You see this thing? Your key fob. It is the single biggest security risk to your car right now. Forget broken windows, forget hot wiring. The secret way thieves are stealing cars in under 60 seconds right out of your driveway involves this. And if you don't do this one simple thing I'm about to show you, your car could be next. Intro. 25 seconds. Listen, I'm not trying to scare you, but you need to hear this. The old ways of stealing a car are practically dead. We're talking about a new type of crime, right? It's silent, it's fast, and it works on almost every single car built in the last 15 years. It's called a relay attack, and it uses your key fob's own signal against you. You think your car is locked and safe in your garage or driveway? You think your key is safe on the kitchen counter? But a thief can literally stand outside your house and trick your car into thinking the key is right next to the driver's door. It sounds like science fiction, but it's happening every single night. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how this scary method works. But most importantly, I'm going to show you the one simple fix you can use right now. It takes 60 seconds to protect yourself. Introduce a problem challenge. The silent thief. Understanding the relay attack. Look, the challenge we face is that our cars are too smart for their own good. Every modern car has a system called keyless entry, right? It's super convenient. You just walk up to your door, pull the handle, and the car unlocks itself. You never even have to take the key out of your pocket. That convenience comes from a constant conversation happening between your car and your key fob. Think of it like this. Your car is always shouting, "Key? Are you there? Key? Are you there?" And when you get close enough, your key fob shouts back, "Yes, I'm right here, open up." That conversation is a radio signal. It's a low-power, short-range signal, maybe only a few feet, but it's always on. That's the entire weakness that thieves are exploiting. Here's the problem. The thieves use a pair of electronic devices, two small boxes. The first box, the relay box, is taken right up to your house, maybe near your front door, or right next to the wall where your key is sitting inside. This box's only job is to hear that little shout from your key, amplify it, and then instantly beam that signal over a much longer distance. We're talking up to hundreds of feet. The second box is the amplifier box, and the other thief stands right next to your car, holding it. When your car shouts, "Key, are you there?" the amplifier box receives the boosted signal from the relay box inside your house and then broadcasts that key signal right up to the car door. The car is completely fooled. It thinks the actual key fob is right there because it's receiving the correct "Yes, I'm right here" signal. The doors unlock and the engine starts with the push of a button, all without breaking a single window. They drive off and you wake up to an empty driveway. It's a major problem because it's invisible, leaves no trace of forced entry, and is happening to every brand. Toyota, Honda, Ford, BMW, Mercedes, doesn't matter. If you have a push-button start and a keyless entry fob, you are a target. Exploration development. How far can they really reach? I get this question all the time. But I keep my keys in a drawer in the back of my house. I'm safe, right? Wrong. Let's dive a little deeper into how far these signals can actually travel. You have to remember, these professional thieves aren't using cheap toys they bought online for 50 bucks. They're using sophisticated, custom-built equipment. The first device, the relay box, is designed to be super sensitive. It can pick up that tiny, weak signal that your key fob puts out, even through brick walls, through your wooden cabinets, and through doors. As long as the thief can get within maybe 10 or 15 feet of where your key is sitting, they have a good chance of grabbing that signal. Think about where you usually drop your keys. Is it on a small table near the front door? On a hook right by the kitchen? On your bedside table next to the outside wall? All of these spots are dangerous. Even if the car is 30 feet away from the house, the relay box can pick up the key signal, and the amplifier box standing next to the car can receive that signal from even further away. The technology these thieves use is constantly getting better, and the range keeps getting longer. A few years ago, the range might have been limited to 100 feet. Now, some reports show successful thefts where the car and the key are separated by 2 or even 3 houses down the street. It's a constant arms race between car security and these sophisticated professional thieves. This is why you cannot rely on distance alone to protect your car. You need an active countermeasure. The myth of the safe key. Fob. A lot of people also think their key fob is only active when they press a button on it. That's a huge misunderstanding. The keyless entry feature, the one that lets you grab the door handle and jump in, works because the key is always broadcasting that low-level signal. It has to be, otherwise, the car wouldn't instantly unlock when you try to open the door. Some newer, high-end cars have something called a motion sensor key fob. This is where the car manufacturer tried to fight back. The idea is that if the key fob is left completely still for a few minutes, like if it's sitting on your counter, it goes to sleep. It stops broadcasting the signal. This is a great feature, but here's the problem. First, most cars on the road right now do not have this feature. Second, sometimes even a tiny vibration, like a washing machine running in another room or a truck driving by outside, can wake the key fob up just enough for the thieves' super-sensitive equipment to grab the signal. So while it helps, it is not a guarantee. You cannot bet your car on a tiny motion sensor. You need a total block. Why alarm systems aren't enough. Another common belief is, well, I have an alarm system, so if they try anything, it'll go off. Here's the kicker with the relay attack. The alarm never goes off. Why? Because the car is completely fooled into thinking the real, genuine key fob is present. When the car receives the correct key signal, it disarms the alarm, unlocks the doors, and lets the thief press the start button, all completely normally. From the car's point of view, the owner is just getting in to drive away. It is the most frustrating, clean, and silent way to steal a car, and it bypasses almost every layer of security the manufacturer installed. This makes the solution you use even more important because you're the last line of defense. To truly protect your vehicle, you need to stop that signal from leaving your house in the first place. You need to create a physical barrier that radio waves cannot pass through. This is where the simple, fast, and incredibly cheap trick comes in. The trick is to completely cut off the communication channel between the key and the outside world. The unbelievable truth about key fob batteries. And here is one more thing you need to know about your key fob that makes this whole thing worse. Your key fob has a tiny battery inside it, right? Most people think this battery is only used when you press the unlock or lock button, but that's not true. That battery is also working 24/7 to constantly power that low-level broadcast signal so the keyless entry works. What does that mean for you? It means that the constant signaling drains your key fob battery faster than you realize. It also means that a professional thief, who knows exactly what frequency that signal is on, can use a very small amount of power from their device to constantly tickle your key fob and keep it active, even if it might want to go to sleep. They can force it to talk so they can hear it. You are basically paying for the electricity that allows a thief to steal your own car. This fact alone should motivate you to use the simple security measure I'm about to reveal. It not only protects your car, but might even save you from having to replace your key fob battery as often. Now that we understand the problem, the key is constantly shouting its secret code, and sophisticated thieves are listening, it's time for the simple solution. Climax key moment. The 60-second solution. Blocking the signal. You need to put your key fob in a Faraday cage. A Faraday cage isn't some complex, expensive piece of equipment. It's simply a metal enclosure that blocks all electromagnetic signals, including the radio waves coming out of your key fob. When a signal hits the outside of the metal, it completely stops and nothing can pass through. It's science, and it works perfectly every single time. Now, you have two options for creating this simple shield, one that's instant and one that's a small investment. Option 1, the instant, zero cost. Fix. This is the one you can do right now in 60 seconds using something you already have in your kitchen. Aluminum foil. Yes, that's it. Take your key fob and wrap it completely in 3 or 4 layers of standard kitchen aluminum foil. Make sure it's completely sealed on all sides, like you're wrapping a small piece of food. The aluminum foil acts as a makeshift but highly effective Faraday cage. The signal coming from your key fob hits the metal layers and cannot escape. It's completely blocked. How to test it? Once you've wrapped the key, walk out to your car and try to open the door using the keyless entry feature. If the car door stays locked, you know the signal is being blocked and you are safe from a relay attack. If it opens, you need to add more layers of foil or make sure the wrapping is tighter and completely sealed. This method is free and instant, and you can start doing it tonight. Option 2. The $10. Perfect fix. While aluminum foil works, it's not super convenient, right? It tears and it looks a little crazy. The better, long-term solution is to buy a Faraday bag or a Faraday box. These are small pouches or boxes designed specifically for this purpose. They are lined with a special metal mesh fabric that creates a perfect Faraday cage. You just drop your keys in, close the pouch, and the signal is gone. They look much nicer, they're durable, and they cost almost nothing. You can usually find a high-quality one for $10 to $15 online. That is a $10 insurance policy on a $30,000 car. You can even buy a larger Faraday box to keep near your door and store all your family's key fobs in one safe place. The key rule: the second you walk in the door, before you even take your coat off, the key fob goes into the Faraday pouch or box. That is your new habit. Do this and you stop the thieves cold. You break the connection and the relay attack fails instantly. This is the most crucial part of protecting yourself from this type of theft. It's not about expensive gadgets, it's about breaking that signal. Let's be clear. Car manufacturers are trying to catch up, but right now, this is a massive flaw in almost every keyless system on the road. Until every single car comes with a guaranteed motion sensor key fob, or until they completely re-engineer the security system, the simple act of wrapping your key in metal is the only 100% effective way to stop this specific crime. It doesn't matter if you drive a beat-up old truck or a brand-new luxury SUV. If you have keyless entry, you need to do this now. I know some people are going to comment and say, "Oh, I put mine in the microwave." Do not do that. A microwave is metal, yes, but it is not a shielded container in the way you think. And you risk damaging the electronics inside your key fob, which can cost hundreds to replace. Stick to aluminum foil or a purpose-built Faraday bag or box. They are tested and safe. The truth is, sophisticated thieves are going to keep looking for ways to steal cars. We can't stop them from trying, but we can make it so hard for them that they move on to an easier target. When a thief walks up to your house with their relay box and they get no signal, they won't stand there for an hour trying to figure out why. They'll just move on to your neighbor who left their key on the coffee table right near the window. By taking this one simple step, you make your car the hardest target on the block. That's the goal: deterrence through signal blockage. Let me reiterate a few more details just to make sure you get the full picture and understand why this is so critical. The key fob signal is a two-way street. The car sends a request and the key sends a response. If the key is wrapped in foil, the car sends its request, but the key's response is completely blocked by the metal. The car never hears the "I'm right here" message, so it stays locked. It's a perfect denial of service for thieves. This isn't a theory. Police forces and security experts around the world are confirming that the use of Faraday technology, either homemade or purchased, is the #1 defense against this specific type of high-tech car theft. They have seen crime rates for keyless car theft drop dramatically in areas where people are educated about the relay attack and start using simple metal shielding. Think of how much time this saves you. An attempted car theft means dealing with insurance, dealing with the police, potentially having your car recovered with damage, or worse, losing your car permanently and dealing with the headache of replacing it. All of that stress, all of that paperwork, and all of that money can be avoided with a few pennies worth of aluminum foil or a $15 pouch. The investment of time and money is so small compared to the peace of mind and security you gain.